Miss 25-25.
Okay, that's a double ball.
Nice.
Okay, still best of 7, I guess, eh? Yeah, I'm shutting off the sound there with Mr. Ross Beret.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
All right, good darts, Paul.
If so, was he also responsible for Laura's disappearance? Police dug into Cora's back, and in doing so,
85.
red flag, at least according to the information provided by David Donovan's family.
He was under drugs, and he had a lot of problems.
100.
Could Cora's alleged drug habit have driven him to rob his aunt and uncle? If so, did that lead to a deadly confrontation?
I think most people looked at this straight up crime of opportunity.
If robbery was the motive, then perhaps Cora Dessel was in possession of David Donovan's missing checkbook. Police obtained a list of checks recently cashed on David's account.
The local business, Richard's grocery, for a check finish. Cora Dessel
96.
cashed it.
Speaking with police, Corey admitted to cashing the check, but vehemently denied having forged it. He claimed the check was legit
140.
and had been in the envelope his pal Ed Dashnoff found when he went to the doctor a couple of days after. Alongside the note Corey had written that explained she and David were in town. Corey assumed the check was payment for the delivery he and Ed had made on Christmas Eve, though Corey admitted he'd never received a check from Laura or David before. They
40.
always paid in cash. But it was the accompanying letter that really struck Corey as peculiar.
Words were not spelled correctly, and Lorraine would
40.
never have done that. She would never have written words that were spelled wrong.
But what about Sheila Facto, who claimed to have seen the man
60.
matching Corey's description at the house of crime the evening of the murder? Corey couldn't have been him. At the time of the crime, he was hanging out in some flats 3 hours away. A fact that police ultimately confirmed.
Corey was providing us with information that is being verified. He was telling the truth.
But if Corey Dessel didn't
11.
tell his uncle, who did? Police asked Corey if he had any idea where his aunt might be. Corey proved that considering how close his aunt were, and what happened to David, he feared Lori had met a similar fate.
She would not leave my apartment at all. If he's dead, she's dead.
100.
That was the case. Where is Lori's body? On New Year's Eve, police headed back over to the Donovan residence, their nearby furniture store. At first, the search yielded no new evidence. But then, in the kitchen, officers made a critical discovery.
There was a knife and blood and towels located in the set.
100.
Though forensics was legal confirmed, investigators felt the knife was a match to the one used to murder David Donovan. But the discovery of the alleged murder weapon was just the beginning. In the loft above the store, officers unearthed another set of human remains. The body of Lori Donovan.
Her body was actually frozen because it was in an area of the warehouse that was unheated. It was clearly placed in a position and then secreted so as to make it difficult to find her.
Police determined Lori had been murdered in the same manner. Same weapon.
She had 10 stab wounds on her body. The person went above and beyond in executing murder and cold murder.
Not
80.
far from Lori's body, police found another piece of evidence.
The New York State Police later that morning found the banding just feet from Lori, where she was located.
The bandage had a dried blood stain on it, the kind usually made from a small cut. The only cuts Lori had on her body were the giant knife wounds she suffered during the attack.
That evidence was
80.
rushed down to a forensic lab.
Basic blood tests determined the blood on the band-aid wasn't Lori's.
It was our belief during the
So gets kind of just secrete Mrs. Donovan's body in the attic. That
95.
was stripped from the trigger.
Lab techs also attempted to extract a DNA profile from the bloody Band-Aid, as well as the supposed murder weapon.
Second dark.
Successful.
Great job.
That catches the killer. Although a full genetic profile wouldn't be ready for several days. Meanwhile, news of Plattsburgh's double homicide began inching its way through the outer.
When something like this, in this magnitude, a double homicide happens, it sends shockwaves through the community.
With the killer still on the loose, police were compelled to issue a warning to everyone in the Plattsburgh area.
There were people that don't even lock their cars, their doors to their house, but there's a cold-blooded killer loose. They have to.
But neither police nor the people of Plattsburgh realized that the killer was closer than they ever imagined, and that the real question was, could anyone find
60.
before he spilled more blood? You wouldn't guess it by looking. Plattsburgh was home to a monster. At least according to legend. In 1609,
60.
Samuel de Champlain spotted a Loch Ness-like creature in the lake that bears his name. Since then, there have been hundreds of sightings of the mysterious beast slithering through the water near Plattsburgh. But in December 2005, a far made off with David's checkbook, credit cards, and pickup truck in the process. With no viable suspects, folks in town were gripped with fear.
The public was at danger. If you would kill these two people, what would stop them from killing somebody else?
Police issued warnings
41.
across the upstate region. David and Lorraine Donovan's family members also took to the airwaves, pleading for anyone with information about the crime to come forward.
Every little bit of information has to be given to the police. That's what we're asking for. This may be more personal. This could be your fault.
It wasn't long before the media blitz paid off. Leads started
55.
pouring in, but not from Plattsburgh. From the other side of Lake Champlain.
The Vermont State Police responded to the Champlain Ferry park on the Grand Isle, Vermont side, and verified that David Donovan's tow truck that was missing was the location.
David Donovan's abandoned pickup wasn't the only thing police in Vermont found. His stolen credit cards had been used on multiple occasions in the nearby town of Wilson, Brooklyn.
15.
We had use of a credit card, purchasing cigarettes and gas in Vermont, in the vicinity of the Grand Isle ferry dock where Mr. Donovan's vehicle was. Investigators went to those locations and looked for security tape, video that might be able to show who was using that credit card.
But detectives in Vermont were working on getting their hands on the street footage from the stores in question. Police in Plattsburgh received an unexpected phone call from a woman named Connie Bacon, the mother of Ed Dashnock, the employee at the House of Pine, who, along with Corey Desso, was one of the last people to speak to the doctors.
We get a phone call from his mother, Connie, saying Ed's coming in to talk to you guys.
They're dark.
Wants to discuss something
Great.
that he yesterday to make some clarification.
Once inside the interview room, Ed told police that he'd been an on-again, off-again employee at the House of Pine. But recently, his pal Corey had been goofing off.
100.
And Lori Donovan had asked Ed to take on more responsibility.
And being the Rockets involved, she wanted him to sort of take over something Corey was doing.
According to Ed, his new job detail sometimes required him to stick around the store long after closing. And it also required
140.
him to use David Donovan's credit card and pickup truck. Given the fact they just discovered David's truck in Vermont, police found Ed Dashnock on the state suspicious.
clearly evident to
30.
the investigators that he's trying to hide something.
Police also noticed that it resembled Sheila Bacto's description of the mystery man even more than Corey.
41.
Ed was around 5'10", skin with long dark hair. They also noticed that Ed rubbed his hands a lot while they spoke, which registered a clue that escaped them during their initial conversation with him.
2 wounds, one on his right arm and one on his left.
55.
For each about a half-inch in length, small enough to be covered by a Band-Aid.
It was our belief that he had covered those wounds with a Band-Aid, and that during the course of his time,
68.
that Band-Aid came off and was found immediately adjacent to the laying down of his body.
As soon as Ed Dashnall was done talking, Detective Servant with a warrant examined his hands.
At that time, we took photos of 2 wounds that he had in his hands.
Detectives compared the blood pattern on the Band-Aids to the snapshots taken of the cuts on Ed's hands.
We put the Band-Aid and the cut on his finger from the photograph matched perfectly.
The match gave police probable cause to secure a warrant for a full body search of Ed Dashnall. They
136.
DNA and sent it to the lab to be tested against the Band-Aid. But lab techs were still prepping the DNA on the Band-Aid
55.
before the results would be ready. Police had no choice but to let Ed go.
I put
Second dark.
24-hour surveillance on Mr. Dashnall to ensure that if he attempted to flee, we were aware of it.
The Plattsburgh cops sticking to Ed like white on rice. Investigators in Vermont finally obtained security footage from the stores where David's credit cards had been used.
Ed Dashnall shows up on the surveillance. This is me. This so
45.
Ed Dashnall shows up there.
On January 11, 2006, state police secured a warrant to
11.
search Ed Dashnall's house. Inside, they found David Donovan's checkbook, along with some of David and Laura's personal property, as well as all the items that had been purchased with David's credit cards and toys, which apparently Ed had given his children as Christmas presents.
He stole their truck, stole their credit card, went on a
100.
shopping spree, bought some Christmas gifts for his kids.
The stolen property and fraudulent credit card purchases proved that Dashnall was a thief. Technically, they didn't. He was a killer.
We needed to find it. We wanted to place Ed Dashnall at the scene of a homicide
41.
where no one else should be.
Around the same time, results of the DNA test came back. Blood on the knife belonged to David,
45.
containing DNA belonging to Ed Dashnall. As was the Band-Aid found near Laura's body.
The blood stain on the Band-Aid
100.
was analyzed by the New York State Police and they had his blood.
On January 12, 2006, state police arrested Ed Dashnall in town Plattsburgh.
And they pulled up the cars in the back. And,
60.
that was definitely a good indicator. That was it.
Police put in county lockup. Charged him with 2 counts of first-degree murder.
100.
News that the Donovan's alleged killer was behind bars had folks in Plattsburgh breathing easy.
There was essentially
100.
belief that David and Lorraine's killer had been caught. And that he would be brought to justice.
But before folks in Plattsburgh could see justice served, an unexpected twist would put the entire case in jeopardy. Run risk of putting a real monster back on the streets.
There were some signs that this was a sexually related homicide.
To find out more about the dark side of the city, go to investigationdiscovery.com.
39.
During the barren months of winter, most people in Plattsburgh can't help but look forward to spring. 2007, people in Plattsburgh were looking forward to their trial. A year
60.
had been charged with the murders of David and Lorraine Donovan. And when the proceedings finally began, it was a big news all across upstate New York.
The community, we, as all people were talking about.
Today, the state will prove beyond a shadow of a doubt. Ed National killed David
41.
Lee Donovan.
Prosecutors opened their case by laying out their crime, which included a twist no one had seen coming.
There were some signs that possibly this was a sexually related homicide. That he used to cooperate to his wishes or desires, and as a result of that, he killed him.
According to
60.
prosecutors, after killing Lauren, Ed Dashnell headed next door to the Donovan's home, taking wait for David.
And when David walked in the house, apparently this guy jumped up because David never got his coat on. You never saw it coming.
They actually murdered David, so he wouldn't be reported to the police.
As for the stolen credit card, the Christmas gifts Dad purchased from Donovan's blood, that was merely an afterthought.
The remains last of this happened as a result of him being attacked by that great accident.
After outlining their version of events, prosecutors rattled off a laundry list of evidence touted Dashnell's crimes.
Personal checkbook of Mr. Donovan was in the possession of National.
His possession of the automobile, his possession
60.
of credit cards, his possession of things that belonged to David Devin's wallet.
Have the blood or where Lauren is found on the Band-Aid. So you have all pieces of the evidence.
The state then presented a letter from Lori Donovan to Dashnell written. A letter which prosecutors demonstrated the defendant's deliberate PaulGMoney to cover his tracks, and in the process, committed murders on Lori Dessel.
Edward Dashnell with great blood
Ah, 9.
to see the crime was committed by reading notes, by putting forth Dessel in a situation we believe that he contact with during
Third dart.
Good shot.
When it was their turn, the defense argued that their client was physically incapable of murder, especially the murder of a hard-nosed former cop like David Donovan.
If Ed Dashnell was the one on the other side of that confrontation, how do we know we have less than on his left index finger?
140.
Defense also wondered how Ed Dashnell could have moved David Donovan's body as it faced. There were no significant blood stains or drag
26.
marks in the house, which meant that Ed would have had to carry David's body down the basement stairs all by himself.
Did he carry him on his back? Did he carry him under his arm? Going down to the basement stairs, he finished at about 3 feet.
Inside.
One person alone cannot carry him from 1A down the stairs and bring him to 1B in the basement. Especially as it's a small town.
45.
It's a compelling argument. And as the trial came to a close, many in Plattsburgh wondered if the defense's case had resonated with jurors.
all you need is one juror to decide they don't believe the person's guilty on a reasonable doubt.
On April 2nd, 2007, the jury returned their decision.
We voted.
45.
Everyone was in agreement.
The judge sentenced Ed Dashnell to 2 consecutive life sentences, 1 for each life he took.
It was such a
Whatever.
Edward Dashnell will not be able to experience a capable of working innocent.
The Plattsburgh sense of relief would be
80.
short-lived. The state appeals court threw out Ed Dashnell's conviction, ruling that many of Dashnell's initial statements to investigators were made with a lawyer present and shouldn't be.
The competition felt that Mr. Jackson was on that right, so they reordered the trial to occur.
I would really be voted about it. I said, how the hell do you need another trial?
40.
But he said, do you have any evidence?
Nobody in Plattsburgh was more anxious about Dashnell's retrial than prosecutors.
We looked at it in 2 different ways. One,
Most
like a long smoother, or maybe it's just gonna fall apart.
Those concerns gave way to bewilderment.
44.
He was going to represent himself. Edward felt that the only way that he would be able to get as much of the pertinent information out as possible was a very bold and brave move.
But once the retrial got underway, King
100.
there that Ed Dashnell was no John Copper.
Your Honor, today I'd like to copy the charges that have been brought against me.
Larry,
Sorry.
First strike there.
Good shot, man.
he wasn't that smart in person.
He wasn't equipped because of the attorney.
Your Honor,
That's it, man.
please.
In fact,